Welcome to another edition of IMO Sports with Pedro Justice. Erislandy Lara versus Brian Castano. Castano came in here as a WBA champion, and he definitely fought like he was a champion, even though if you listen to other people, they acted like Lara was still the champion. And from the beginning bell, Castano was on Lara. He had him against the ropes, which was a place I didn't want to see Lara at. He needed to be in the middle of the ring in order to have an easy victory. And so he made the fight much more difficult than it had to be. Even though he was blocking punches on the ropes, he was also getting hit with punches. And the optics just didn't look good. He still was doing enough to win rounds on my scorecard. And so I had him up by 2 rounds going into the 11th and 12th round. And then for some unknown reason, he just stopped doing what he was doing before. He was just on the ropes, taking way more punches. They were actually connecting. They were actually landing. And so it just looked like he was in a defensive mode. Like the time when Oscar De La Hoya was facing Tito Trinidad and he just went in some defensive mode and gave the fight away. And when they said that the fight was a draw, I was like, you know what? Erickson Lubin said earlier there was going to be a draw. And guess what? It's a draw. Now, it was a split decision draw. One judge had the fight for Lara and one judge had the fight for Castano. But I had it as a draw just because it seemed like a pretty even fight. So I wasn't upset with it because of the way Lara faded in the last 2 rounds. He basically just gave the fight away. It's like, did you really want to win this title tonight? So overall, Lara's performance for me was just so-so. So a draw was the best result. I don't think Castano should have lost on the fact that Lara did not take the title from him. Lara just kind of thought he was ahead enough and he just coasted the last 2 rounds. Or maybe it's the fact that he just doesn't have anything left in the tank. And at this point in his career, it might be the end. He still looks like the same Lara. He has some flashes of the same Lara, but he wasn't in the center of the ring. He was on the ropes, and he was up until like maybe the late rounds, he started putting Castano on the defense. But before that, he was mainly fighting off the ropes and he was catching him with the jab. That jab saved him. But a draw is all I could see. Do you think you saw something different? I put a poll out on my page, and guess what? People picked Lara. I thought he was going to win as well, but guess what, guys? He let us down, and he faded at the end. Let me know what you think. Until next time, it's Pedro Justice.